Hello, and welcome back to The Good Life, which to me is always about cooking in the kitchen with family and friends. Or in today's case, it's going to be for family and friends for an Easter brunch. And what I'm going to be doing is making little chicks out of deviled eggs. So it's going to be fun. You can use any deviled egg recipe that you want. Mine's going to be pretty simple today. And so I'll show you step by step how to make that. And then plus we're going to be making these deviled eggs look like little chicks. So it's going to be really cute, and to get started I'm going to zero in on my cutting board so you'll just see what's happening in front of me, and hopefully you'll be able to do it with your kids or for your kids and family this coming Sunday. So we don't want to have anything extra like parsley or capers or things like that. It's just going to be mostly yellow with some other ingredients. So here I have Chinese mustard, powdered Chinese mustard. It's a little spicier than a regular mustard, and that way I don't have to add any sort of hot pepper or Tabasco sauce. So I've got a quarter of a teaspoon, and then just salt and pepper. It's going to be delicious. It's just mainly about decoration today without any weird blemishes or pimples on the chicks' faces. So we're just going to stir that up. In fact, we'll use a small whisk. Okay, now this is ready to put the yolks into the mayonnaise mixture. So now with the yolk, or with the egg, you want to make a crisscross sort of hatch look with your egg to make it look like the shell. And so you are just going to go zigzag back and forth. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just don't want it to break funny, so you want to be sure that your points are touching or barely overlapping. Kind of like Charlie Brown's shirt. I have 6 eggs. Oops. See this? The same direction kind of came together, so we can just put that in the back. But here we have our perfectly cooked egg, and we're going to put that in our mayonnaise mixture. And then put the egg whites aside. To make my egg come out really pretty like that is I put my eggs into a pot that was at least as tall as it was wide. I put the eggs at the bottom. I just had 6 eggs, and I brought it up to a boil. Actually, I put a little bit of vinegar in there, just, you know, 'cause that's what I learned as a kid, so the egg whites wouldn't escape from a broken shell. But I brought it up to a boil, and as soon as it came up to a boil, I put it aside off the heat for 13 minutes. These are extra large eggs. So maybe the number of minutes matters for extra large versus jumbo. But these were just in there for 13 minutes, and they came out with a beautiful yellow shell. See? Perfect. Sometimes if eggs overcook, you get a weird greenish brown lining to your egg yolk. You don't want that. So I'm going to do these for the next 4 eggs, and then I will be back with your next steps. I forgot to mention, after your eggs have sat in the water for 13 minutes, you want to shock them by putting them in a bowl of ice water and just leave them submerged for several minutes, just until you think they're cool enough to take out of their shells, and then they should be perfectly cooked with the yellow centers. Here we go. Perfect. You can pop them out. And now we want to mix our egg yolks in with the mayonnaise mixture. I'm just going to use my spoon here to mash the yolks, break them up so we have a smooth consistency. Okay, I moved on to a fork to really get it mashed together. Now I want to give it a taste. I think it does need a little bit of Tabasco. Doesn't quite have the heat that I want. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of the sweet relish juice, but not the pickles in it. Just a little bit of the juice. That's half a teaspoon. And mix it together. One more taste. We're good to go. All right, next. We're going to take a Ziploc bag, fold down the zipper part, and put it in some sort of tall container. It could be a tall glass. It's something that will hold the filling. And we'll just scoop the filling into the bag. Okay. Put it down into a corner. You don't have to zip the bag closed, you just want to have a container so you can pipe the filling into the bottom parts of your eggshell. Okay. We'll just snip a little 1/4 inch across, if that. Make sure that our filling comes to the point. Okay, I'm just going to hold this in here for now. Okay, now we have our base, and we're going to put the 6 bases. It doesn't really matter which base goes to which top, but we want a good base that will hold our filling. Oh, okay, we have 5. Nope, 6. Okay. Now you want to take your filling, just barely twist the top. You don't want to squeeze too much out in the beginning. And then you want to, I'm holding it with my left hand and squeezing with my right, just to get it started. It's a perfect consistency to hold its form after I pipe it. Now, find pretty front of each of your shells and then put the caps on. Oops. You can squish a little bit so the chick's face will come out some. Next thing I'm going to do, I have capers here. I could also use black peppercorn. You just want to remember that you want to take the peppercorn off of the eggs before you eat them. I've also used green peppercorn. They're edible, but again, they're pepper, so they have that flavor to them. But this is for the eyeballs. Just squish them into the yolk. Here we go. Okay? Now the last thing you want to do is you want to get the beaks, and that's easily done with carrot. I've already flattened one side of the carrot, so you just want to get a good strip, and you want the carrot beak to be a point that's long enough to stick into the egg mixture and still have the point of the beak showing. So, let's see. Nice long points here. And I really just need 6 of them. Okie doke, and now we have our beaks. And now this makes me think, don't think you have to do this just for Easter. You can do little snowmen or little little vampires or all sorts of different little characters depending on the holiday that you want to celebrate. And we are finishing up. One more beak and we are good to go. Here we go. These beaks are actually crazy long, longer than I usually do, but you get the point. So here you go, and hopefully you've learned exactly how you can make these at home, and not only are they cute as the devil, but they're also delicious. Oh no! Not so cute after you eat them, but precious on your dining room table. Happy Easter, everybody, and bon appetit.